Right, not sure how long we can be online for because we don't have very much. Okay, you can see a big picture of my cooker at the moment. Hopefully it's going to be enough space to see what we're doing. Right, here we go. First ever do stream to charity, by the way. I've been walking miles for that. I'm on 25,000 steps at the moment. Right, as always, we start by putting the kettle on. It tests the sound out and nothing else. I think we've got good sound we had last time. Quick sound test. Yep, I can hear myself, so that's going to be great. Okay, this is a bit of a special stream today. We've got our first art stream, thanks to our friend Jack of the Bean. We had a bit of a challenge on our hands. Let's get our tray out first. Let's make some noise in the kitchen to confuse everybody. And let's just shout. Hey everybody, we're just going to shout just for 1 minute. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, deep breath, anger, and just scream, shout, say whatever you want to go. Ah! Okay, that's the stream nerves out of the way. As always, we start with a cup of tea, so I don't go hoarse halfway through. There's the cup. I know, I've run out of tea. That's a disaster. Water's done anyway. We've got a tea strainer on top of the cup. We need tea. Where has the tea gone? This is the most organised man in the world, can't even find his tea. Okay, tea's been found. As you can see, we're using nice Asda. Asda's the name of the supermarket over here. Asda Loose Tea. There you go, own brand tea. Just thought we'd give it a plug. Just tastes nice. Right. So there's a story behind the stream today. Let's make this tea first and I'll tell you. As always, hot water ready. You okay, streaming cat? Couple of teaspoons of tea inside the tea strainer. I have to make it a proper teapot one day, so I can just keep topping up throughout the stream. Hot water on top of the tea leaves. And to taste, you can add sugar and you can add milk. Of course, if you're a super duper tea maker like me, always add the milk first. So if you want a really beautiful cup of tea, you add the milk first, otherwise milk at this point curdles. Okay, just get those tea leaves out of the way. We'll save those tea leaves, might be able to use them later. Dash of milk. We do normally put the milk in first, as the regulars will know. Milk back in the fridge. Sugar in the tea. I'm going to need sugar today because it's been a hectic day. I don't normally have 4, but guess what? We need extra energy for today's stream. Make some noise, make sure everyone can hear what you're saying, and you're ready to stream. A cup of tea is the important part. Give it a good stir. We always start Tuesday's stream off with a cup of tea. It's our new tradition here. And consider it's not even Wednesday, it's Tuesday. wiping this for an important reason, because I had a rather important letter arrive. Show you my right. Oh, before I do that, last week's stream we planted some basil from the supermarket, and we've got, so all we've got left now is those two. We planted 6 pots of this. We broke our basil up because it was dying anyway, and we've got just those 3 plants left. We had six. If you go back and have a look at the video, we did actually have 6 pots of those. We're just down to 2 now. Hopefully they continue to live though. If they do, it's extreme success. Bit of a joke there. Hope someone got it. Okay, drink some tea. Okay, so we had an important letter through the post. Here it is. Covers some nice blueprints for Guinea Pig House that Jack-a-Bean did on his stream. Do go follow Jack-a-Bean. Do search him up and go follow him. Here they are. Looks like my printer it came on playing up, so they are meant to be blue rather than red. And they're the plans we're going to be following today. We hope to get something looking like this at the end, but there is no guarantee. Not quite sure where that goes. Must be the window, I guess. But we shall see. There are some problems here though. We've got a 9-inch wide front there, but the back seems to be 10, a bit bigger. I think that's probably a mistake. So I think we'll try for a 10-inch altogether. So let's go find some cardboard and cut ourselves out. I think we're going to need 2 sides, 13 each by 7. A roof, which looks like 15 inches by 15. These are done in Jackson American, so he doesn't use things like centimeters, of course, or inches like we do over here in England, in Europe. I've been trying to phase out inches and feet over here ever since 1971. Streaming cat's excited. Now the only problem I've got, the only ruler I've got, is this little tiny thing, and it only goes up to 13 centimetres. So 13 inch. Is that centimetres? No, it's actually centimetres. I'm going to have to find a different ruler. So we could make a little tiny miniature one. That wouldn't actually be a bad idea, actually. Just make a tiny miniature one to see what we're doing of. And we could even do that out of paper, couldn't we? Let's do that. I've got some cardboard in the shed. We can make the proper one maybe next week. I think we're going to make a little tiny one out of paper at the moment, just to see if we can actually do this, see how it goes. So I do need to find a bigger ruler from somewhere. So instead of inches, we're going to be using centimetres, just because that's what my ruler's in. And we'll do a proper size on a different stream next week, maybe. So let's see, what do we need? 213 by 7. Grab some scrap paper. This is actually going to turn out to be good paper rather than scrap paper. We have a big pot of PVA glue, because I really did think we're going to. I really did think we was going to do this in cardboard, but unfortunately we couldn't find the ruler big enough. So let's do this. Get some PVA glue ready. I'm sure we will need some glue at some point. Next week we will make this proper size. Let's do a small one so we know what we're doing off. Some just normal paper. If I've got no bread. The problem is it was garbage day today, and all the cardboard disappeared. But actually, we've got a box. I don't know if I can get enough out of that though. Can we get enough out of that? Not really, are we? Stick the sticker paper. Yeah, the garbage man got me mostly cardboard. Next week will be a different story. I've got some saved in the shed, but it's extremely wet out there. Okay, so what do I need? Pen. And scissors. Scissors. Oh, I have the scissors right here. So I'm making Jack's cardboard house, but I'm making a really small one. Just test it out. Do it. Find out. Instead of using inches, I'm using centimetres. Right, here we go. You found the scissors. So here we go. Put chat onto screen so we can see what's going on. Right. 13 centimetres by 7. We'll do the real one in inches later. That's quite good, 13 centimetres, exactly the same amount of space my ruler goes. So it's 13 centimetres in there. No, actually it's not by 7, is it? It's by 8. Go back to the plan. 7 centimetres there, but you need an extra one just to flap over the glue, I guess. There's an extra one there, and it's by 8. 13 by 8. Okay, let's make some notes on this plan for when we do the proper one. So this is actually, so that's actually 8. Okay. You can do 13 by 8, that's quite good. Let's hope that's straight. We need 2 of those. And 13. Cut those trails, the 2 sides. I will need mark a centimetre here to fold. Do a centimetre to fold. I was just going to guess that centimetre, but I thought Jack would never let me do that. Let's I need to fold that centimetre line down there. Should hopefully give us a hinge. These sides are not going to be the same length width, are they? They need to come out. I can't measure. We're going to cut along there. And another centimetre mark at the bottom. Centimetre mark here. It's just a prototype. Not sure when we get around to making the real one. I did say next week, didn't I? But I don't know if might have to do another garden stream next week to see how our garden's getting on. We'll get around to making the real one soon. Anyway, this is the prototype we're making. Cut along there carefully. Probably if I was just doing this out of paper, I'd probably use the guillotine, to be honest with you, but we've got to be practicing like it's cardboard, so we're then we have to fold it on the edge to give it a lip to glue the rest on. You glue this bit, you just fold this one a bit more accurately. About the same height. Yeah. Hopefully they're more or less the same height. We'll find out at the end. Okay, there's the two sides. We need a roof. The roof is 15 by 15, square roof. Square roof it is. Was 13. And 2 is 15. That's 13. Might just fit on here, mightn't it? And that's 15. I guess we have to draw a fit for the square. We can go 15 again. It should all match up, we hope. The mass is right, it should all match up. Me wishing I had a bigger ruler. Definitely wishing I had a bigger ruler at this pipe. So that's the roof. We've got to make another line 7.5 in the middle, which we'll fold it down apparently. 7.5. Don't think that 7.5 quite went down the middle, but we'll 7.5 there. Yeah, it should have been there. got this right. The fold should be more like that. We'll see though. We'll see what happens. Let's cut this. Fold this in half and hopefully it'll work. It will. That's going to be our roof apparently, more or less than fold. Apparently that's our roof. These two are our sides. Are we sticking the roof onto the side? The roof's got to go on the roof, to be honest. Okay, this is where instructions get a bit. Should have watched your stream better, shouldn't we? Okay, that done anyway. Next part, we need front and a back. So I'm just drinking tea here to decide on what we're going to do with the front and the back here. So we're going 10, aren't we? Going 10 and flaps 1, 1 and 1. Okay, see what happens there. I got my water around the wrong way. Don't know, we'll see in a minute. That's 10, 7. It's a square of 10, is it? How's that going to work out then? You've got 3 inches here according to this at the top. So this bit here is 3 inches. So it must be 10 by 10 then. That's 7 plus 3 is 10. So it's 10 by 10 we're going for, are we? Let's hope so. 10 by 10 it is. Today is very much just about understanding the plans, I think. Right, I actually need to take a toilet break, so I will be right back. I'll leave you all to study the plans and we'll get back to that in a moment. I will be back shortly. Just going to put on here, we'll be back. We'll be back soon. Just I'm going to show. Just leave you all to study the plans, and I'll be back soon. Quick toilet break. back. Back live now. Okay. Right, so we're making this 10 by 10, aren't we? So we 7 and 3 is 10. 3. So this needs to be 10 by 10, we think, don't we? New piece of paper. Actually, we probably use the back of one of these misprints. See, it was meant to be blue originally, but sadly it's not very blue now, is it? So let's see if we can make 10 centimetres. Not very big, is that? 10 centimetres by 10. 10. Definitely need a bigger ruler when we do the real one. We may have to wait for a couple of weeks. I think we're back to cooking next week. This is the prototype. We could go straight in the guinea pig house next week, I suppose. We'll have to decide that at some point during the stream. Okay, so 10 by 10 square, let's cut that out. Go. We've got to do 2 of those, don't we? One for the front and one for the back. I cheat and just use that as a template. See why not? Trying hard not to cut. The actual one. Right. Kind of didn't go too well. Just need to trim these up so they're actually the same size. We'll do the back one first, that looks easier. So let's do the one at the back first. And call this the back. So that's the 10. Hopefully this is still 10. Yep, near enough. So we have to measure 7 up here. Looks like it's a 1 centimetre indentation here. And same on the other side. And then same here. Quite the same there though, is it? This only has to go up to the 7th mark. So hopefully we're doing the back, so hopefully we've got that bit there in. Now this gets a bit complicated because this last 3 bit here, let's just put this, mark this properly. I'm sure this is actually easier on cardboard than it is here. It is on paper, but this is our prototype. That's going to be our fold there. Going to be our fold there. And that's going across there. Done this right? Is this 3 centimetres? Not quite. This is going to go bad. Almost. Okay. Does that mean this is more than 7? No, this means our bit of paper is not 10. No, our paper is not quite 10. Okay, just continue anyway. So what we've got to do now, we've got to somehow we think this is 1 centimetre as well, so I'm guessing we go like this. It's really probably meant to put a proper angle on there, but I can't see one, so we're just going to guess 1 centimetre to the edge. Already not looking symmetrical. This part, by the way, is meant to be dead symmetrical at this point. Not symmetrical, not really. See what it looks like when it gets cut out. This goes all the way to the middle, doesn't it? Goes all the way to the middle. So, I'm just going to change this. It goes all the way to the middle. Should be able to mark 5 on here. Draw a line to 5. Draw a line to 5 from there. Or do you draw a line from 5 to there? You draw a line from 5 to there. I hope it works. Make it look better on paper. So you draw a line from 5 to there. And then you can put your 1 centimetre in. Gives you kind of a flap looking like that. Doesn't look good at all, does it? This point Jack is going to be laughing at me when he sees the vlog. We said it. One. Okay, let's cut that out and see what happens. Not looking good, is it? Come back into the camera. Let's cut that part out and see what it looks like. Let's turn this around. Cut that bit out. Too much cutting. Okay, I think it's going to be a couple of weeks before we make the real one. Fold that out. Because we need to find some better tools in my shed. So it might take a couple of weeks before we do the real one, but this is a prototype. And I think we cut along here. And I think we cut along here again. And then we can fold that over, maybe. There you go. It looks kind of like a very poor roof. Now that's the back we managed to do something with. That's the back we managed to do something with. Let's try and get the other one and do something with the front. It's going to be harder because put that with our spare bits. It's going to be harder because it just is. We've got this cut in the middle, and the measurements are actually wrong. So we're going to. Five, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's 2.5 we've done it, in 2.5 is 9. So instead of doing 2.5, we've got to make it 10 somehow, haven't we? 6, 8, 10. A cat being sick behind me, let's just sort the cat out. You right, Giuliani? You alright? What's the matter? They're fighting? Right, cats seem to be having a little scrap. Okay, there was a cat's fighting rather than being sick. Sounded the same to me. Okay, here we go. So we're going to go 6 and 2 either side. So let's mark the middle point, which is 5. And then how are we going to do this? So it's 2, 6, 8, 10 I said, didn't I? So I said 6 in the middle, 2 that side and 2 that side, should add up to 10. 6, 8, 10, yeah. So that's the middle. We put our 2 in this side. We put our 2 in here. That should, 8 take away 2, should leave it, should actually work out right, hopefully. And then you've got to take a 1 centimetre flap off the outside somehow. To make it level, I guess you're taking a centimetre off here. This is complicated. And a centimetre off here. Yeah, and then this is somehow. I'm going to make this square. It's going to be a lot easier. I can make this square. That 3 is the roof part we always have trouble with. That's the 3. Take that off there. That's that 3 there we always have difficulties with. the fifth mark, the point in the middle. Let's hope this works. Why doesn't that look the same? Because that's wrong, that's right, it should be there at 7. That one's more or less right. Line across the middle to line these two up. And 1 centimetre. This is coming 1 centimetre here. The flaps. Mix the flaps there. Draw a line down. I hope it's this part here we're done. I hope it's this part here we've done. Going to go up here, I guess. The opening. Goes to there. Somehow we've got to make a little archway here. Guess we could freehand it to a point up there. Cut that out to be the entrance. Is that right? And then we've got a centimetre to put in here. Hard tonight, so I'm not expecting this to turn out well. Got to remember to cut the right line as well there. Something like that. If you can work out what all those lines mean, you're a genius, better than me. Right, first of all, we can cut the top off. Second of all, use that to make our flap. We fold that down. Why we're leaving that? I guess we meant to cut like that, aren't we? So I might actually leave it. Let's see if we can get away with leaving it at the front. That might get a kind of decoration. This time afterwards we may even decorate this. Then we've got to cut the front off. This is the part where it all falls to pieces. See, with cardboard, it should have been made out of, would have been a lot firmer. So bring that down and cut. No! Yes, that's right. You know, I thought I'd just cut my roof off. Does that look like the front? Is it going to stand up as a front? I'm not sure this is going to work. Okay, let's try and put all this together. Let's just take that out of the way in case it was wrong. So let's start with the back and let's add the side panels. Glue, I guess. Where's the glue? Here's the glue. Good old PVA. Good old fingers. I guess you just run a bit of glue along the edge. Should, if we've got the measurements right, they should just slide on nicely. Tell you what, Pritt stick would have been better for this. It even stands up, that's amazing. Okay, that's actually amazing. We got this far. Right. So we can do the same again then. Alright, glue down this edge. Obviously, if you were to colour this, the idea would be good job would be to paint it or colour it before you stick it together. It's only a prototype. Okay, end bit then roof. It's end bit, I think nothing to. Okay, I'm not sure how this front's going to actually work when it goes on. This PVA glue is actually drying quite quick, so it's not a. Okay. And let's just. Put a bit of glue around that side. You saw me do that or not. And just stick those two together, so my hand's going to get in the way here, I'm afraid. Press on the sides, make sure it sticks together. Okay. Now, the roof. Oh, drat. Forgot to fold these parts in, didn't we? Got to fold the part the roof sticks onto. I was actually going to make the slots in it, so they slotted in rather than fold. I'm going to go for, yeah, it's really killed the front of the house, isn't it? And we have a rather big roof. I wonder if we can trim down the roof a little bit. I don't know what happened to the roof. The roof seemed to be a little bit on the large side. Okay, so fold this. Try and fold this roof at the bottom by 1 centimetre. A bit of measure. It will probably help it to sit a little bit firmer. Fold it out. Is that going to help it? Okay, apart from the front folding in very badly where we forgot to fold it, trying to see what you can see. There you go. I need somehow to get the roof on. Is the roof even too long? The roof is actually even too long, isn't it? Because we okay, the roof is too long. How can the roof be 15 by 15? Because some of it should be taken up. It should only be a 10 overhang, I guess, is what we're saying. Overhang, I don't really. Just cut this. We're just going to cut this roof down to 10. See if it helps it fit a bit better. I'm probably going to find out now why there's an overhang of 5 centimetres. I don't know why that's necessary. This is why you do prototypes when it goes wrong. Yeah, that's was the right size after all. Okay, it should have gone. You can measure this properly. This is actually, because we've done some folding on it, he's actually 13 and not 15. That's what the problem was. So that's going to be 13 by 15. Let's try that. Rather than a 15 by 15 roof, we're going to go with 13 by 15. Oh, so the roof is 15 by 15. I'm going to go 15 by 13. Because that was 13, wasn't it, roughly? That was 13. I do believe that 2 inches, the 2 centimetres or 2 inches in the middle will be taken up. With the folding on the side, but I don't see how you're going to lose the other two. Let's try 13 by 15. Fold this in half. side is the 15. This one, so the 15 gets folded at 7.5 like before. Cut that down the middle. Fold that. That fit better. Yeah, that fits. That fit better. Time you've taken the centimetre off the end, just to make some hinges. It's because it's too long otherwise. Off that into. So it's 13 by 13, even though you've got the. It's 13 by 15, isn't it? Try it. Fold, fold, fold. Roof. That'll fit a lot better, wouldn't it? We'll take those under there, I guess. Okay, glue it and see. Glue it and see what happens. So the change we actually made was on here. We, well, I remember on the roof. We need 13. And we put in a fold there of 1, don't we? That's going to be 1 inch, but use 1 centimetre. That still kind of works. I'm just going to work in. Okay, let's just glue everything and hope for the best now. We're not going to put the window in because our paper's not going to allow us to do that. But we will put the window in if we get a chance to make it out of cardboard at a later date. We'll wait for Jack to see this video first and see if it gets his approval or not. Let's put glue everywhere, shall we? Glue along this fold, and put glue along this fold. This fold we can put glue. As you can tell, I like art, but I'm not a great maker. Put it inside that fold. Might just give us a helping hand. It's still a centimetre too long, too big, isn't it? Plus this has now got too much glue on it to hold everything together. Hence why I use cardboard and not paper. Well, if you're going to use The roof is still too big. So there's that roof's going to be 13 by 13 the real one. Does out, we forgot square. Okay, this is going to fall to pieces rather badly. Okay, the roof was still too big. We killed the arch. We give it a couple minutes to dry and I might attempt to paint it, but okay, that's what we did, I'm afraid, Jack. We made a very bad job of it. We did learn something. We know we do the real one, we're going to have problems with the roof. Going to have to probably play the roof by I think it's going to have to be a 13 by 13 roof and see what happens. That roof is still too big. That hole there is just where we badly stuck it together. Okay, we'll have a tea break. Give it 2 minutes to dry. If it dries in time, we'll paint it. Let's put the kettle on. When the kettle's on, I'm going to find some paint. So we'll be back soon as we find some paint. I'm looking for paint. Right, we're back with some red paint. Seems to be the Imp Empires channel. Let's make that tea first. This is the only prototype. The real one we hope will be better. Midstream tea break. Looks quite a nice picture if someone wants to a cup of tea there with me painting stuff. Actually, quite a nice picture if someone wants to clip it. Right. Slurp of tea. Not quite so much sugar in this one. What kind of paint is this? This is just ready mix paint. Okay. Big brush. Should actually paint the parts first. That's the especially if you're dealing with paper, you should definitely paint the parts first, either everything collapses. We missed the apex of the roof, didn't we? Missed the apex of the roof rather badly. What the wives think I'm going to be doing with this, I don't know. Next time we'll paint the roof first. Oh, its paint is like water. It really is. I was hoping this paint would be a bit thicker, so when it actually dries, it will put a bit of strength into the paper. But as I do this, the house falls to pieces in my hands. Paper can only absorb so much water. Maybe I've killed this. It did look better than this when we started. This is I'm glad this is only the prototype. It was worth making a prototype because you found out a couple of problems with the roof, so you have to shorten those measurements somehow. I'm going to start with a 13 by 13, or maybe just a 14 by 13 maybe, because the apex of that roof's not going to take up that much surely. Sadly, the cardboard is now just too soggy to do anything with. The paper. We may have blown this, but gotten too much. And I now lost my paintbrush between the cooker and this thing. Okay, that's not going to stand up. It's going to need some help. Let's get something good tailored to help that stand up. Plant pot. No. I can make it worse. Oh no, disaster at the last minute. Tea box. Dry over tea box and see if that survives. It's too wet. I shouldn't have painted it when I did. But there you go. That's our little prototype we made. Looks better from that part. We can have a look at the back. The back looks quite good. Our red messy prototype we made. What the real ones are going to turn out like when we make it full size, I don't know. But that's how the prototype turned out. That's all the stream we have for you today. I've got to try and rescue me paintbrush now from between the cooker. All sorts going on. It's time you pulled that cooker out as well. It's quite time for it to be clean behind there. Okay, that's all we have for you today. Hope everyone watched enjoying it. It's only a little stream, but I'm very tired at the time to go to bed. I will put a picture on Discord when this dries out. But yeah, that was the prototype. We'll make a proper one out of cardboard soon. Can't promise to be next week, so I think we've got some proper cookery or a bit of gardening to do next week. But we could make the prototype. We will make the proper one next week. This is the prototype. We need to work on the measurements on the roof. I think we'll start with a 13 by 13 rather than a 15 and take it from there. But yeah, it's worth doing just to find the measurements out on the roof. But come back next week for the real build. It can't be any worse than this, can it? Okay, good night everybody, take care, good night.